My friend John made the best sandwich rolls when we were visiting him in Adelaide, and his kind soul gave me 10 pounds of the flour mix that he used. And we are still in Australia. We're traveling around. We are now at a place called The Shack near Horsham. And I decided I'm going to make a little bit of bread for dinner. So I have about 1 cup of warm water into this pot. We are totally making do with what we have because we don't have a lot here. And it doesn't take a lot to make bread. So I'm going no measurements here. We're just going to go by feel of the dough. I'm going to put in about a cup or so. That's probably a cup and a half of the mix. I have a cup of water in there. I'm also going to put in a good teaspoon of the yeast, maybe even a teaspoon and a quarter. We're going to start to mix this up and then add more flour as it goes so I can see exactly how much flour we need to hydrate this dough perfectly. Now that I have the dough coming together and sort of forming a ball, now I'm going to be a little more careful with how much flour I put in. And I'm going to get this onto this cutting board to start to knead it. All right, this is the correct consistency for the dough that I want. It is still a little tacky, but not sticking to my hands anymore. Don't ask me how much flour I put in. I do not know. I added it until I got the right consistency, but I would say it was probably about 2.5 cups. Again, I'm making a small loaf of bread. Now it needs to proof, and I'm gonna proof it in the same pot that I mixed it in, and I did rinse it out. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil to it, just to the top of the bread there, or the dough. It's dough right now. And kind of move this around. And then you could either put a plate over top or some cling wrap over top. And we're gonna set it outside to proof in a nice, warm, sunny spot. While our dough rises under the Australian sun, let's take a moment to appreciate where we are. This is farming country, where life moves at a gentler pace and cattle dot the paddocks like something from a postcard. The shack may not look like much from the outside, but that's exactly the point. Sometimes the most unassuming places hold the greatest treasures. Step inside and you'll find everything you need for the perfect country escape. 2 simple bedrooms, a cozy living space that invites you to slow down, and views that remind you of what really matters. From this porch, you can watch the world breathe. Fields stretching towards the horizon, a landscape that's fed Australia for generations. It's the kind of place that makes you want to cook from scratch, to take your time with a meal. Speaking of which, our bread is ready for the oven after proofing for a second time. And while it bakes, we'll be turning some beautiful leftover beef tips and rice into a rich, warming soup that's perfect for autumn country evenings. The secret? A splash of Tasmanian Pinot Noir that really made this kitchen smell like heaven. Sometimes the best meals come together in the simplest places. And here it is, the moment of truth. Look at that crust. Golden and crackling. But the real test is inside. Oh my, would you look at that? It's perfect. Add a little butter to melt into those warm crevices, and this is what cooking from scratch is all about. You know, over our 5 weeks traveling around Australia, we've discovered that this country's culinary landscape is as diverse and as stunning as its geography. From bustling outdoor markets where we'd hunt for the freshest local ingredients, to cozy kitchens like this one where we transform those finds into memorable meals,
We even managed to pull off a scratch-made chocolate cake that I baked on plates for Jeff's birthday celebration, because some moments deserve nothing less than homemade, even when home is nearly 10,000 miles away. Australia has this incredible way of bringing people together around food.
But hopefully the pastry is nice and flaky. So let's see.
Whether it's at a city bakery, a country kitchen, or at a friend's house. And now it's time to see how all these flavors come together.
Beef tips and rice made into soup thanks to John Freeze, and a delicious piece of bread. Oh my goodness. It's so good.